and welcome to Ask the Source. I'm your host, Josh Reinstein, and we're here in our beautiful studio in Jerusalem. My guest today is Dr. Eli Schussheim. He's the president of the Front organization. Dr. Schussheim, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you to invite me.
Tell our viewers a little about what is the Front organization.
Organization that wants to prevent unnecessary abortions. We found that the main reason in Israel from abortions is the lack of money, difficulties, economical difficulties. We thought in the beginning that is no reason that the lack of money should be a lack of life. This is the reason that I, as a surgeon, that I worked 13 years here in Jerusalem, in the hospital in Shaare Zedek in Hadassah. I was in the Six-Day War also in the war in 1973. I decided in 1977, when it was legalized abortions, and I heard for the first time that we are losing every year 60,000 unborn children. It shocked me. How could we that we should lose so many lives because difficulties and economical difficulties? I decide, I love very much the surgery. I decide to be a surgeon because I want to save lives. And I decide that if to save lives, we have the possibility to treat a plague, a terrible plague, that we are losing tens of thousands of lives. And then we found in this organization, FRAT, that we have a a unique approach to avoid these abortions. The main thing is not debates, not disputes, not demonstrations. We found as a doctor to make the diagnosis, what is the reason that the women she should decide to perform an abortion. The main reason, besides that she doesn't know exactly what is an abortion, but the main thing that she has lack of life difficulties, economical difficulties.
It's actually a very important point that you're making. A lot of the abortions that we're seeing today are because they can't afford to have the children in their mind.
Yes,
so by attacking the economic side
yes.
of things, you're able to have a great effect. So how much effect does this happen when you're saying to people, if the reason you're not having an abortion is the reason you're having an abortion is because of economic things, then we're going to help you economically. How successful have you been? How many abortions have you stopped?
Till now, I can tell you more than 78,000. 78,000 that we know. There are a lot of others that we don't know. They are not written. We have to go speak that I heard about us in lectures, in videos, and so on. But it is written by us, yes, in the computer, in the internet by us, is 78,000 today.
So that leads to actually an important question. If the main case of abortion is because of economic situations, and you're helping with that, hasn't the number of abortions in Israel actually decreased a lot? Like, how many abortions were there in Israel last year?
When I started, it was 60,000 a year. Now they are 40,000. From these 40,000, they are 20,000 that they are legal. And we came to the women. When I say it very simple, everyone asks me, how you are doing? I tell you, listen, you have a medical condition that is called pregnancy. From this medical condition, you have two possibilities. You can continue the pregnancy, you can stop it. I will not decide what you will do, but I must explain you. If you will continue, I can promise you, I can guarantee, I can sign, you will not regret. How I know? I am not a prophet. But I know in my experience for more than 43 years that we don't have one woman that she decide to continue the pregnancy that she now to regret. On the other side, all the women that I know that perform abortions, most of them, yeah, they regret why they perform the abortion.
Well, let me ask you a question. The children is the #1 national resource of the state of Israel.
Yes.
So why isn't the government of Israel performing the service that you're doing? Because you're not saying you can't have an abortion. Anyone who wants an abortion can have it. You're saying if it's because of economic means, then we'll give you the money for the first year of the baby's life.
Not money. We are not giving money.
Ah, it's interesting. So explain the process.
It's very important. We're not giving any penny. We are giving everything what the child needs for the 2 first years. She needs all the equipment that he needs for the every month. We send directly to her house, yes, a package with food, with everything what he needs for 2 years, yes.
So what you're saying is that for the first 2 years of the child's life, you provide the diapers, the cribs, the clothing, the formula.
Also,
why isn't the government doing this? Shouldn't this be something that the government's involved in?
Very good question. On the other side, the government doesn't give us any penny. We are paying for everything that we buy, all the taxes. Yes, on the other side. This is a very good question, but this question you should ask to the government, not to me.
It's interesting, the process of donating in Efrat, there's a way that you can actually donate for one baby for the first 2 years of its life, and you get their name as well. You get the name of the baby.
There's no question. Yes, you get a certificate with the date of the child. I will tell you are not saving only this child. No, you are saving all the generations of this child. This is a eternal investment. Yes, we have a lot of, I am working in this more than 40 years. We have a lot of them that we saw also the children of the child. People that they invite me for Brit Milah, yes, for circumcision for their child and so on. When they told me they invite me to be to be a Sunday, and they told me, I am inviting you because you saved my life, and you want and you should be in the circumcision of my child.
This is interesting because it's actually a Jewish organization. There's a lot of religious Jews involved, but a lot of support is now coming from Bible-believing Christians. Why do you think Christians are supporting Efrat?
Because I understand the Christians are against abortions, there is no question. I think that the Christians are very, very against abortions and so on. Yes, but I can tell you that most of them, they don't know that we have what they say Efrat. I invite to everyone, when it will be possible, to come to visit our visitor center to see exactly what we are doing with the donations, how we are able to take these papers and bring from these papers, lives of children.
Dr. Schussheim, there are literally tens of millions of people watching the show. What message do you have for our viewing audience?
First of all, I would like to invite you to visit us when you are coming to Jerusalem, our visitor center. You will be able to see what is doing Efrat with your donation. With your donation, we are giving everything what the mother needs for their child for 2 years. And this child will bring other children surely. This is an eternal investment that you are doing. I think that is no better investment that you are doing with your money.
Thank you, Dr. Schussheim, for being on the show. And thank you for tuning in to Ask the Source.